The beautiful beaches of the Pacific, life is good, but this life is earned. Few have a permanent spot, and it's out here in the same location that a coveted roster spot is earned. You see, many visit, but few have the right to be called Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-Americans. The elite in North America, the Big 12, the Pac-12, the Big 10, they're all waiting, coached by the best players in the world. Finch, Ritter, and crew on one amazing night by the Pacific. The third annual Pgf High School All-American Game right now on ESPNU. The summer of next continues in gorgeous Southern California, a true celebration of elite softball. Every one of these players are going from the beach to a college campus near you. Legendary Jenny Finch, the Olympian and the three-time All-American, coaches the West squad. The East coaches Jenny Ritter, Crystal Bustos, Susie Brasney. Boy, what a great event this is, and we're honored to bring it into your home or your device, wherever you may be watching. We celebrate softball tonight, and celebrating it with Amanda Freed, Olympic gold medalist and All-American at UCLA. My name is Darren Sutton. We can just go simple since we have a moment. As someone who succeeded as the highest level at this sport, as you did, how much do you enjoy that the sport has evolved, that a night like this celebrates high school softball?
I think this is really what it's all about. These athletes have put in so much dedicated time and energy into this sport that they love, and they're going to go on to play college in just a few weeks, enjoying a completely different journey in their life. But tonight's about celebrating the journey that they've been on and the hard work that they've put in, an opportunity to play alongside some of the best in the game, and possibly some they're going to see in the near future.
So what do these players hope they accomplish tonight, besides having a softball party? And I mean that respectfully, obviously. In about 20-30 seconds, what do you hope that they accomplish tonight? What do they hope they accomplish?
I just hope that they remember how much fun this game is, and it's kind of like a culmination of all the memories that they created at the travel ball level with some of the best athletes, like I mentioned, across the nation. But tonight it's about them. It's about saying goodbye to one chapter of their life and saying hello to another, but celebrating the champions that they are, the time that they've put into this, and I just hope they remember how awesome this game is.
Oh, I love that answer. I mean, truly a veteran's answer for somebody who celebrated at the highest level, as you did. Well, we're glad you've joined us. We will help you be introduced to these great athletes. Garrett Hay will take us the next couple of steps of the way. He's the public address announcer right here in Irvine, California. Garrett?
Welcome to the 2018 Pgf All-American Game between East visiting team and West. Now the lineup for the East team. Number 4, Elizabeth Hightower. Number 5, Ashley Rogers. Run out to home plate, please. Number 8, Ashley Rogers. Number 5, Jordan Rudd. Number 11, Casey Simpson. Number 14, Lou Gilbert. Number 16, Lacey Fincher. Number 17, Morgan Smith. Number 21, Taylor Green. Number 12, Skylar Wallace. And now the starting lineup for the East All-Americans. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 10, Skylar Schellmeyer. Batting second, center fielder, number 18, Tate Whitley. Batting third baseman, number 1, Bailey Klingler. Batting cleanup and playing second base, number 6, Cassidy Crupitt. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 19, Georgia Clark. Batting sixth and playing catcher, number 3, Haley Lee. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 20, Cheyenne Factor. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 15, Lexi Blair. Batting ninth and playing right field, number 2, Mackenzie Herzog. And pitching in the flex, number 13, Brooke Vestal. Coaches for the East, assistant coaches, Crystal Bustos. Susie Brasney. And head coach, Jenny Ritter. And now for the home team, West All-Americans. Number 21, Taylor Gildensberger. Number 4, Frankie Hamoud. Number 6, Grace Lyons. Number 8, Isabel Pacho. Number 5, Sammy Reynolds. Number 18, Anna Vines. Number 12, Colleen Sullivan. Number 3, Shea O'Leary. Number 11, Marissa Schold. And number 22, Danielle Williams. And now the starting lineup for the West All-Americans. Leading off, playing left field, number 2, Kelly Gooden. Batting second, right fielder, number 20, Larry Cesena. Batting third and catching behind the plate, number 17, Ali Shipman. Batting cleanup, third baseman, number 16, Rachel Sid. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 10, Jasmine Rowland. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 13, Jasmine Sievers. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 1, Madison Husky. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 15, Brittany Allen. Batting ninth, the designated player, number 19, Alyssa Bonstrom. And pitching in the flux, number 14, the National Gatorade Softball Player of the Year, Megan Faremo. Coaches for the West, assistant coaches, Tony Mascarenas. Natasha Watley. And head coach, Jenny Finch. Please join us and stand for the national anthem.
We heard Megan Faremo introduced, and such a spectacular athlete. Excited to see her work in the circle. Out of San Diego's Cathedral Catholic High School, the Gatorade National Player of the Year. She's a UCLA commit. She is a Corona Angel with regard to her travel team. They're known for their bats, but my oh my, is she a talented all-around player. Allow us to introduce you a little deeper to the Gatorade National Player of the Year, Megan Faremo.
Hey guys, it's Jenny Finch, and we are here in San Diego, California, and we are going to surprise Megan Faremo. She won the Gatorade National Softball Player of the Year. She thinks she's here for a television interview, but little does she know, she is going to get this handed over to her. I can't wait to do it. Let's go. Megan, you are the Gatorade National Softball Player of the Year.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much!
So all of these are the best players in their respective states, certainly, but when you earn that honor of California's Player of the State, as deep as the state is, and then National Player of the Year, I turn to my right and ask you, what makes her so talented?
Oh, you know, just her versatility out there in the circle and dominance. Just to be able to command the zone, and all of the pitchers that are out here today, we could go over each of their individual idiosyncrasies and what they bring to the plate, but the bottom line is they're pitchers out there wanting to compete. They love these big time situations. They want to be facing the best of the best in the toughest of situations, and they want to be the hero. So Megan Faremo's no different, and she's competed like that her entire career, and that's how she's won that award.
She told us her rise ball, usually her go-to pitch, relying heavily on hitting her spots, make sure the spins are working. We're excited to watch her go to work. Skylar Shellmeyer will lead things off for this East squad out of Iowa, the Iowa native out of Urbandale High School. Skylar is a Beverly Bandit on her travel team and a Northwestern commit. We're underway, the third annual Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game, and boy, are we honored you're with us. This is a thrill and great for the sport. And you can see what she's talking about with regard to command and working carefully in and out. Shellmeyer, mom is Erin, dad is Chad. Got a younger brother, just 9. His name is Blake, as she gets right in on the hands. No chance. Faremo, no chance. And honestly, I think if she fields it cleanly, there's no chance. Amazing speed.
And smooth speed out there to the left. The backhand of Faremo, she knocks it down, but by the time she gets up, recovers, and makes the throw, Shellmeyer already through first base.
Kate Whitley now with her chance, the Ole Miss commit out of Angleton High School in Texas. That one hits the outside corner for a strike to Whitley. Tate plays her travel softball for the Texas Bombers. She's got a great family story athletically, does Tate. First of all, she killed it in the classroom, a 4.0 on a 4.0 scale. 5th out of 500 students in her class graduating from high school, but her father played football at Army. She's got a strong athletic background. As that one sails high up and out of there, 1-2 the count. These events, you let it fly, right? You don't pitch carefully, you don't run carefully, you play smart, but you let it fly. Outside corner. Boy, what can you do with that? Beautiful over the outside black. Whitley, a strikeout victim.
Faremo raises the eye level and then perfectly placed screwball right on the outside corner. Nothing to do with that pitch.
Bailey Klingler, Dickinson, Texas A&M commit, just wrapped up an amazing career in which she had 198 hits in high school. She's got an RBI chance now because that lightning speed of Shellmeyer on display with a stolen base.
Lightning speed, but a perfect pitch to steal on, down and inside on an off-speed pitch.
Two 2-0 the count to Bailey. Texas A&M, she'll wear number 8 tonight. She wears number 1. Has been participating in PGF events for many years. Mom is Tracy, dad is Jimmy. Nice job stealing a strike there. Allie Shipman, the catcher, behind home plate. Allie, the Tennessee commit, local product though here in California. Watch this job. Boom.
Gets that pitch.
Fun when you're a catcher, and she plays, Shipman does, for the SoCal Choppers, with this SoCal crowd looking on and softball fans from around the country, and get an opportunity to catch one after another of these elite pitchers. High pop up right side. Rachel Sid settles under it. And the Oregon commit out of Tracy, California, makes the play for the second out of the inning.
I think we had a late game switch. That's Jasmine Rollin over there at second.
You're right. Jasmine and Sid, they flipped, didn't they? That's exactly what happened. And I knew it, Freed. I knew
you're the
it.
one that told me.
One last thing to change. Freed kept me straight on the ground across the diamond. Cassidy Crumpet will tell you more about the talented athlete who's a Baylor commit and out of Georgia in a bit. The All-Stars left and right. Getting back to work in the bottom of the first at the Pgf High School All-American Game. Brooke Vestal is in the circle. The Oklahoma commit, the Texan out of Canyon High School in New Braunfels, Texas. And that belt high strike goes right down the middle. This is Kelly Godin, SoCal A's product, Seal Beach, and a UCLA commit. They made a great ward of thanks. You can see those good-looking ringer spikes and obviously the DeMarini equipment. A couple of great partners of this event. We'll have some advanced metrics for you from Blast softball, measuring the human metrics and the bat speed, the velocity of the baseball as it leaves the bat. As that one sails high up and away. Great training tool, so we'll have that for you. Another great partner of this event with Blast, also partner with Major League Baseball. Wonderful training tool. Gatorade, USA Today High School Sports, all part of building this roster. We'll explain how it came together throughout the evening. But I promise you this, they didn't just throw a bunch of names up in the air. Little chopper, rolled foul, third base line. And so we do it again with Kelly Godin.
Godin's got some speed. She's looking to put that ball on the ground and get down the line, but Brooke Vestal dealing some upspin as well. That's what she likes to do, just spin it.
She shared that with us. It's about as deep as she wanted to go. Sometimes that's all it takes with good command. Godin, a great story. Obviously following a brother to UCLA. Curtis was there. He ran track. He played baseball as well. This is an athlete in Kelly who ran track very effectively and can fly. Great long jumper as well, so just a good all-around athlete. Orange County Register voting her as the softball player of the year in Orange County, and there's a few good softball players out here in the OC. Patiently awaits her pitch. Dean's List student, Godin in the classroom upon graduation from Mater Dei. Right in on the hands, you have to make a quick decision. That's why they were in so tight. Crumpet, no doubt about it, was not going to play back at regular distance.
And that's the best possible situation here, coming in tight and getting Godin to bring it with her over towards first base, making that throw a little bit closer and easier for somebody as quick as she is.
Larissa, or Larry, as she likes to be called, Cesena, the Arkansas commit, Riverside, California's King High School. As she takes a strike over the inside corner.
It's always so interesting when you get into these all-star type of games and you're working batteries and pitchers and catchers who've never thrown together before, just trying to figure out each other's tendencies, movement, spins.
But a nice job there by Haley Lee. Lee, her battery mate, Texas A&M commit.
Building some trust early on in this ball game.
Building trust by building a wall behind the plate. And stealing strikes from the outside corner as well. That's how you get to know your pitcher out there. Cesena, another hitter in this order with very, very good speed. Mom is Misty, dad is Eddie. A couple of younger brothers at home still. Little chopper. This is going to be tough. Forget it with that speed. Everything she could do, Schellmeyer just got a little bit of the glove of Brooke Vestal, so Cesena racing up the line with a base hit.
Once this tipped off Vestal's glove, you had a feeling that this was going to be a safe through the base, and it was. Cesena, a lot of speed, and she knows it. Head down through the bag.
Loves to hit to all fields. That describes Allie Shipman when she's talking about her approach. Tennessee commit. Sister played professionally for some time after playing at Tennessee. Her sister Madison. As that one missed in. Played for the Pride team in the NPF. Older brother Billy played football at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. So Cal Choppers her travel team as that one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count, and you think about it, so we're getting closer now to pack your bags and go to campus time. I mean, this is right around the corner for some. It's very near. Some maybe a little bit more than a month away. But for athletes, it's time to get to town. Especially if you're a freshman athlete, getting comfortable with your world and what it looks like.
Oh yeah, and for a lot of them, maybe it hasn't even hit yet. You're out there on the field and it's just another day playing ball. And like you said, you go home, you pack your bags, and game on.
Bottom of the first in this All-American game. Fired down. Beautiful throw from behind home plate. Haley Lee. Wow. Boy, that was pretty. Beautiful
job receiving down and inside, crossing the body and firing it down. A perfect strike. It had to be in order to cut down Cesena.
But it was ball 4.
Oh, she is not cut down. But it looked good.
There's that one. It's the outside corner and it's a strike. Rachel Sid now with a couple of runners on. The Oregon commit out of Tracy High School in California. Cal Cruisers Sievers, her travel team. As that one dives away, some spin to it there. Jumps out of the zone. So we see a lot of California, certainly. And throughout the evening, we'll point out something that kind of stands out this year with regard to great high school softball players. And that's a state that's a little bit east of here. Inside corner. 1-2 the count. There's a state that's kind of surprisingly at a higher rate represented this year than we've seen in years past. Giving you a reason to stay tuned. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Sid takes in and off the plate. Couple of runners on. Bottom half of the first inning, the West squad trying to get things rolling. Skips away, runners move up. And so now for Rachel, the Oregon commit, a wonderful opportunity. Single, and you've made the first bit of noise of the night. Down she goes, challenging, not about to walk or waste a pitch, even with the base open. This is fun.
Ah, that's a good pitch. Look at this, just a challenge up pitch. A little up, a little in spin. Just not able to catch up, but a good at bat.
Jasmine Rowland is headed to Mizzou. She's out of Salt Lake City, the famed West High School in SLC with so many talented athletes and big pictures we've all seen from that campus. Explosion Denio, her travel team. Just off the plate to Jasmine. Can play third, short, right-handed thrower, but a left-handed batter. Forward to her responsibilities in college. Enjoys being a leader when it's appropriate and it fits, she was saying. In on the hands, and she just dumped one in for 1 and 2 RBIs. She did! The West, thanks to Jazz Rowland, they strike first. Didn't hit it far, but hit it perfectly to drive in 2.
Well, with 2 outs, the base runners are off and going on contact. And this finds the hole, and you could see Shipman's nearly to third base by the time that ball touches the grass. She'll score. Cessna scores.
One and 0 the count as that sails up and out of the zone to Jasmine Sievers out of Capo Valley High School. Cal Cruisers Sievers playing for her grandfather. And not a chance to hit by a pitch. Looked like it got her in the shin coming in there.
It looks like a screwball going to the inside, just catching Sievers on that shin.
From the Corona Angels, a respected travel program here in California. From Cerritos, California, this is Madison Husky. She is a Washington commit. That one zips up and out of there. 1-0 the count. Dar High School, where she produced 25 home runs in her career and a 4.0 GPA. Little roller, middle of the diamond, playing back behind the bag. Fine play from behind that bag, but 2 runs cross the plate. As Roller with a big base hit, 2 RBIs, the Pgf High School All-American Game. Welcome to Irvine, California. You're watching the Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game as part of the Summer of Next, presented by Geico. As the sun says good evening to all of us and sets on the Pacific, we're glad you're joining us. Amanda Freed, Olympic gold medalist. My name is Darren Sutton, glad to have you with us. The best high school players in the country doing battle. And here's another, Georgia Clark, with her chance to swing the bat. Georgia's an LSU commit. Stratford High School in Houston, Texas. Her travel team, the Texas Bombers. And still working, doing her stuff in the circle is Megan Fremo. That one is high and away throughout the evening. If we can find some outliers with regard to blast softball metrics and some numbers that seem to be impactful, we'll share them with you. Very educational. High pop center field, a mile high. Madison Husky puts it away. Partners with Premier Girls Fastpitch and partners with Major League Baseball. And every bat being used in this game measuring bat speed, peak back speed, time to contact, attack angle, the blast factor, the vertical bat angle, which obviously talks about the steepness of the barrel, which has to do with launch angle with regard to velocity, body rotation. As that one is a mile high, that's Haley Lee, who has done her work behind the plate. The Texas A&M commit goes after the first pitch and puts that one away. Throughout the rest of the evening, we'll tell you a little bit more about Haley. We've made it clear, no first pitch swinging. We're introducing all of you athletes to the world.
Yes, take your time. Nice long first at bats. And then you could speed it up as the game goes on.
Oklahoma State awaiting the arrival of Cheyenne Factor. Oklahoma Athletics, her travel team out of Yukon High School in Oklahoma. To the right side, beautiful piece of hitting. How far will it roll? All the way to the wall. And a double for Cheyenne, the left fielder for the East squad.
And more early swing and a good approach here. That ball about thigh high, middle of the zone, capitalizes on it and drives it into right center field. In games like this, you don't know how many opportunities that you're going to get at the plate and good pitches you're going to get out of these pitchers.
Lexi Blair takes high and inside. Lexi, the Michigan commit out of West Orange High School in Winter Garden, Florida. Jersey Intensity, her travel team, as that one hits the outside corner. See that blast motion sensor. Shoots that one the other way. Lexi's mom is Kristen, dad is Tony. Mom was a great swimmer when she was younger. Brother, a talented soccer player and a runner as well. Strong family athletically. In foul territory, that one drops in. Lexi makes it clear, my bat, my legs, my strengths. That's what got me here. Really good speed. The atmosphere at Michigan, she said, is what drew her in. The campus, the beauty, the change of seasons. Got it with a changeup. Dandy control there. My goodness, hard to stay back. Megan Faremo, what a joy to watch. The premier girls fast pitch high school All-American game as part of Summer of Next is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Don't forget, tomorrow the International Champions Cup continues right here on ESPN and ESPN Deportes with Manchester United, Liverpool at 5 Eastern, Bayern Munich, Man City, and then we finish with Barcelona, Tottenham at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. All three matches available streaming live on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. The 6th Annual International Champions Cup is presented by a cool, crisp Heineken. Oh, and 1 the count. Brittany Allen. Hello, Brittany. You're a Florida commit. It's nice to meet you and see your talents out of Santiago High School. Explosion Denayo, her travel team. Santiago High School in Corona, also a great baseball program. Bryce Terang, a first-round pick of the Milwaukee Brewers this year. There's talent all around on the diamonds of Santiago High School in what they call the Inland Empire, in from the beach here in California. And if you're not familiar with it out here, kind of on your way towards Palm Springs, you'll find Corona. And jumps out of the zone. Brooke Vestal still in the circle working. We'll do our best to introduce you to what will turn into a revolving door pretty soon with regard to pitchers. Allen has played for the SoCal Athletics, the Ohana Tigers travel team prior to this. That one is blown right by her. And her mom played softball at Northwestern.
We've had some really athletic bloodlines in the games today. Parents, brothers, sisters, playing collegiately, professionally.
Inside corner froze her, just flat made a pitch. That got a lot of home plate. Somehow she had gotten into Allen's head.
I think riding up in the zone and then just bringing it down. That's like middle inside, not real tight, but just snuck in on Allen quick enough that she wasn't able to get her hands triggered.
Alessa Bonstrom is a Utah commit. She'll play in the pack. She takes high and inside. Canyon Del Oro High School in Tucson, Arizona. One of 5 players this year from the state of Arizona. A proud number for softball in the desert, certainly.
Is that the state you were talking about?
Shocking to me.
Is it?
I mean, to me, that's a really proud number.
That's a good number.
Thanks for paying attention, Amanda.
You're welcome. You wanted to keep us interested. I was chomping at the bit.
No, you weren't.
I thought you were going to go to Georgia because we just had seen some Georgia teams.
I just went to Georgia last week. 1-2 the count. I think we've gotten used to seeing a ton of Georgia athletes, both baseball and softball, over the last decade. And Arizona, very good softball, there's no doubt about it, but the amount of players when you have a roster that only goes about 20 deep, to have 5 of them be from Arizona.
No, that's very true.
It speaks to the college level of play in that state with ASU and Arizona as well, and what Grand Canyon is bringing to the table in a quick growth in the WAC. 2-2 the count. Speaking of Arizona, there's an alum, 3-time All-American for the Wildcats, 3-time All-Pac-10 back then. You were a Pac-10er, right?
I was.
Popped up, easy chance at short. Skylar Schellmeyer makes the play for the second out of the inning.
I think maybe the coaching staff had something to do with stacking Arizona. Tony Mascarenas, an All-American at Arizona as well.
Wait, what are you saying here, Amanda Freed? I'm not just
don't
gonna
know
let
how
you
much say the coaches have in choosing the roster.
I'm going to tell you how the rosters were chosen. Funny you would ask. We'll get to that in just a bit. Kelly Godin reaches, blazes up that line. She is on with the single. And Finch has got herself a base runner.
And this is what she does so well. Just taps the ball in play, uses the hard dirt. Doesn't even get a second bounce, and she's still able to beat this out. Her speed makes defenses rush. Throws aren't as great as they could be, so you're picking them out of the dirt, and you're given an opportunity for a base hit.
Cessna now with an opportunity. Larry Cessna, King High School, Riverside. First family of softball, Derek and Joanne Allister on deck softball, puts together regional All-Americans, and it starts with that list. Their daughter Jessica, the head coach at Stanford, and I spent some time with her, grounded foul. Once that list is pieced together of potential All-Americans, they certainly continue to have conversations. Premier Girls Fastpitch joins in the conversation along with USA Today High School Sports, the Gatorade Player of the Year Committee, and extra innings softball. So that's how this roster is put together. So I'm glad you did ask.
I'm glad I asked too. That's quite a process.
Slapped base hit. Boy, that was fun to watch. Cessna with a line drive to left field, just let it travel deep. This is pretty.
Yeah, meets the ball, punches it. You can see her head down to the bill right through that gap when she makes contact. She knows exactly where she wants to put that ball and just executes.
Isabel Pacho now with an opportunity. She gets her first at bat for Allie Shipman. Isabel, Ironwood High School in Tucson, Arizona. Oro Valley Suncats, her travel team. And she is an Arizona commit. Starting to meet deeper down into the roster, some of these All-Stars, and this is where it gets fun. Very solid catcher behind home plate. She takes high and away. She describes herself scouting report-wise, power hitter, sticks to a plan, can also bunt. Good instincts.
Can also bunt. Well, the corners are back by their bases.
Spun out of there with a pitch inside. 7th year she has participated in a PGF event. Mom is Lisa, dad is Bo. She earns herself a walk. Playing this All-American game to honor her Nana, who passed away a couple of years ago. No matter what the reason was, supported her every step of the way. So you love moments where you get that chance, you think of those who impacted you. And you have a good quality at bat as well. Bases loaded. Rachel Sid, boy, she opened up early. Rachel arrived ready to swing the bat. Struck out back in the first inning. At the outside corner, good pitch from Brooke. Brooke plays her travel ball for the Firecrackers program, working in that circle. Firecrackers Rico, Tony Rico. Very respected name in the softball world. Popped up right side, hangs up for quite a long time, long enough for Mackenzie Herzog to run it down. They made some noise, but came up empty through 2. The West leading it 2-0. Shaylin O'Leary is in the circle. We get to watch her go to work. The pride of Valencia, California, SoCal Choppers, and the commit to the University of Texas. What a career she had. What a night it is to celebrate the future of softball. The Pgf High School All-American Game. The president and CEO of Premier Girls Fastpitch, Dan Hay, joins us on this great celebration of softball, the 3rd annual event. We just shared with the viewers how this event is put together, the thoughtfulness that goes into it, how it is built early on with the Allister family with On Deck Softball. How proud are you of the process? Because to me, you roll this out here, and all the people that put their minds and care about these athletes, this is a unique process, but one that really puts the best players in the country out in front as we see a great play.
Yeah, we take more pride in this game than anything that we do here at Nationals. This is the pinnacle of our 2 weeks, and the kids are so proud and honored to be part of this game. And we are very fortunate to have some wonderful sponsors, as you mentioned, as On Deck actually steers the process of picking these players. And we got DeMarini, Wilson, and also Ringer, who donate all the equipment and all the uniforms and all the cleats for these kids.
It was a great play, by the way, out there by Shaylin O'Leary. Mackenzie Herzog, the Florida State commit, unleashed on that pretty swing, and she comes up empty. We're chatting with Dan Hay, the president and CEO of Premier Girls Fastpitch. When did the light bulb go off over your head and with your colleagues in the industry that this would be a good idea, and how many years in the making?
Well, you've been with us now 8 years, I believe, and so has Amanda. And every year we seem to be able to expand our product and make it better. And about 3 years ago, we had talked for a couple years before that about this All-American concept. Bill Conroy from the Beverly Bandits, who is also one of our stockholders in the company, was really kind of pushing us to take that leap, and we all finally agreed, and it was one of the best things that we could have done.
And away we go. Casey Simpson is hitting. That was my peek at the notes. Simpson, we want to introduce you to all these athletes out of Keller High School in Texas. Just wrapped up an amazing career in 116 games, I should say, with a .515 on base percentage. And the community benefits too. The John Wayne Cancer Institute, we haven't talked about that enough, and I know we will over the next week beyond, but philanthropy and reaching out to this community is just a must for this event.
Absolutely. We obviously, as you know, have another week of nationals. As soon as these teams and these players leave out of town tomorrow, we've got another 270 teams coming in for the 14 and 16 and under divisions is next week. And every team donates to the John Wayne Cancer Institute. We raised a little over $300,000 over the last 6 years, and last week alone we've raised another $23,000. So we're hoping the second week can match the first week.
And we have seen this event grow numbers-wise, but the quality of the competition, it never fails. I mean, teams want to come in here. Everybody's knocking at the door, trying to qualify, trying to get into this tournament. How do you keep the quality of this tournament so high?
It's truly the best of the best, and I got to tell you, you know how you really know you have a good tournament versus all of the other tournaments that are out there? When the girls get eliminated from this tournament, they're leaving the field crying. And how often do you see that during the course of the year when they're playing? They love this tournament. They compete at their highest level. They want to win so bad, and if they are not in the final game, it really upsets them. You know, they're very, very competitive, and the best of the best are.
Tate Whitley with a beautiful slap there, high bouncing ball. She picks up a base hit. Tate had grounded out in her first at bat, so Tate picks up a base hit that time. The Ole Miss commit out of Texas. Bailey Klingler now. That one skips low and down and out of there. So next week we go into that unique age, 14 and 16, and we now find ourselves with the college coaches that will visit and so many that will be around, and really, quite frankly, to take a look at just the 16Us more so. Watching the 14Us, but with the evolution of recruiting rules, really just watching from afar. And as September 1 comes around for the junior year of these 16Us, they can communicate. What do you feel about the evolution of the recruiting rules since back April when things were voted on?
Well, I'm really happy that the college coaches were responsible enough to change those recruiting rules, because they had been recruiting kids at the age of 12 years old, and there's just way too much pressure on kids. Families were expecting their kid to be recruited at 12. It just was a very unhealthy situation, and the colleges stepped up and put that recruiting process back where it was when you were playing, Amanda, and so we're very happy. Now the colleges, even though they can't talk to a 14 and under kid,
they'll watch them.
Absolutely, they said they were going to come and watch them and let those, just by their presence being there, they wanted to send a message to these athletes that they're still looking at them.
You like it, Amanda? You like the change?
Yeah, I do. I love the change. I like the fact that the coaches are still in the stands showing interest, because that's exciting for the girls also. They want to see that they're being noticed, and that their hard work is paying off.
That one takes a wicked hop. That will play to run. Aggressive base running. Another one skips away, and suddenly the East squad with some bounces that go their way. First one a poor hop, and it was tough to handle. Then an errant throw, so all of a sudden this locked back up at 2.
And just a tough hop. Look at how high this bounces up. It looks like it hits the hand, thank goodness. But up and over and into the outfield.
Dan, there's such a regional presence now and the ability to watch players. It was fun talking about the regional All-American list, but PGF was such a regional presence now, and the communication amongst your leaders and local coaches just has to be at an all-time high to have things the way that you think and the standards that you guys think are important all over the country.
Yeah, our brand continues to grow, and we have more of a presence in the different regions in the country every single month, let alone every single year. And that is creating more growth. And as we have talked about in the past, we were a little under 600 teams this week, or these 2 weeks, and we'll be probably over 700 teams next year during our 10th anniversary.
And at the national championship level the last couple of years, it's gone down market a bit with 10 U's, and boy, has it been fun. I mean, it's really, it's not just a charming, fun experience. It is,
yes,
but the level of softball is amazing.
It's amazing. The talk all week was, man, those 10 and unders are good, and they are so small, and they are so cute. And we've always streamed that game, but I'm really contemplating on putting that division on television next year.
So the 10 U's, certainly fun to watch them. Georgia Clark now with her second at bat. She flied to center field in her last time up. Conversation with Dan Hay, and now just continued growth, managed growth. When you're close to 600 teams in this year's tournament, more teams obviously next year, now you just manage the growth, right?
Absolutely. We've got a lot of good people throughout the country that are representing the brand, and we are doing our best to support them.
Thank you, Dan Hay. This is a celebration of softball tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All week long, we've been enjoying this celebration of softball, from the opening ceremonies to the unforgettable autographs and the leadership of these legendary coaches. The Pgf High School All-American Game. Hey, by the way, don't forget, tomorrow on ABC, we'll have the 15th Verizon WNBA All-Star Game at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, from the Target Center in Minneapolis. And you can also always watch it streaming live on the ESPN app from anywhere. Elizabeth Hightower goes to work in the circle. Glad to see her get her opportunity out of Monticello, Florida. Santa Fe Inferno, her travel program, and she is a Florida Gator. Tied up this great contest. What a beautiful moon tonight. It's almost helping light the ballpark. Jasmine Rollin fouls that one back to the screen. The West High School star in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the Mizzou commit. Looked like it got her on bottom side of the bat or the elbow there.
I almost thought she put that in play with the knob of the bat.
I do too, but that would mess with our blast device. We don't want that.
No.
You didn't come all this way, Jasmine, to not drive the ball, did you? Come on now. And she takes it outside. These athletes all bidding adieu to their travel teams because they came to play with their travel teams here in this event, and whether it was early on or playing deep. Check swing. Diving attempt, can't come up with it. Good effort out there, just a little bit shy of making a spectacular play. Tate Whitley.
And just a punch into center field, and then a lot of wheels out of the box, but Whitley comes in. A nice attempt at that dive. Just over the top of the ball.
Jasmine Sievers, Capo Valley High School. In the southern part of Orange County. Rollin has been on twice. She has singled a couple of times, driven in a run, and now Sievers with her chance right off the end of the bat. And just fires a rocket. Does Elizabeth Hightower.
And you could tell the way Hightower jumped off the mound and grabbed that ball and threw it across, that she's a good fielding pitcher.
She's a great athlete. She was an incredible blocker, varsity volleyball, the highest percentage, and an all-league performer on the hardwood in volleyball. Amazing shooter on the basketball court. She's just a great all-around athlete. 4-year honor roll student as well, as that changeup never really got there. Flutters high as we flutter up above this crowd. It's nice to see some sweatshirts in play. It's been warm for Southern California. Madison Husky grounded out to short. This time it's right through the circle. And again, that big arm on display. She throws a rocket over there. A couple of 1-3 ground outs back to back has Rollin moving all the way to third.
Hightower jumps out again, gets in front of it. She checks the run, but Rollin's not stopping. She was going on contact from second to third, but gets the sure out. Hightower does over at first base.
Brittany Allen takes off the plate, struck out looking back in the second inning. Into center field, that's a base hit and an RBI for Brittany Allen, the future Florida Gator.
So Allen right back up the middle against her future teammate, Hightower. They'll be together next year in Florida, but tonight, Brittany Allen going right back up the middle.
It's fun to see Allen get a base hit. We were talking with her earlier this week, the soon-to-be Florida Gator, and dedicating her efforts to her younger brother, Timothy, who she makes it clear, look, if I can't train and get ready, he battles cystic fibrosis. And numerous medications and visits to the hospital, never, ever lets his attitude go down. She says clearly, he's my favorite person in the world and my strength to stay competitive. Appreciate her sharing that from her home and what inspires her. There's nothing wrong with it being an elite athlete that has gone before you and has that aspirational model. There's one standing over her shoulder right now. That one's belted, well struck into left center field, off the base of the wall. Allen hurrying on around toward the plate. The relay is high with the slide in safe into third. A beautiful blast. What a swing of the bat there. Unleashing on that one. How do you like Alessa Bonstrom? Headed to Utah.
And Bonstrom connects the middle outside part of the plate. Almost finds the backside of the fence. Instead, threads the needle. Hits the fence, stands up for a double, scores an RBI. She cruises into second.
Back to the screen it goes. And back to the top of the order in Kelly Godin. Little check swing line drive and a great offensive inning. All the defense was right there in the middle of the circle by Elizabeth Hightower. Pretty swing of the bat. Elizabeth Bonstrup driving a triple. We played 3 in the Pgf High School All-American Game. West All-Stars on top by a score of 4-2. Legendary softballer Jenny Finch joining us with her squad on top. Jenny, are you having fun?
Oh my gosh, having a blast. There's so much talent on the field. It's just an honor to be out here with them and just exciting to see the future of softball.
It is the future of softball, and we're climbing right up to an Olympic year. How excited with the progression of the sport, diamond sports, both baseball and softball in play again, to see the resurgence of the sport as it should be.
Absolutely. It's so exciting for these young girls to be able to know that you know, there's future Olympians out here on this field, and that the Olympic dream is back where we belong, and just the growth of softball over the past 10, 15 years. It's so exciting.
Danielle Williams is in the circle. She deals right away with Jordan Rudd. Rudd picks up a base hit, the Northwestern commit out of Indiana, so Rudd gets her opportunity and takes advantage.
And Jenny, it's Amanda. Hey.
Hey!
You've been around the game, you never really have left, so you've seen the development and the evolution of it. And what excites you about being on the field with these athletes at this level? I know you see a lot of Wildcats out there, so specifically maybe to what Mike Kendray and the Wildcats are going to get next year, how excited are you about the maturity at this level?
You know, I was talking to Natasha, and I'm like, I don't think our quads look like this, Tosh, in high school. Just to see how strong these athletes are. It's going to be an exciting time, and I can't wait to see these future stars now play at the collegiate level, and they're getting to know each other. So what a great atmosphere it is for them, not only to, you know, celebrate the past season and their goal of going to compete in college and getting a college scholarship, and now they getting to know each other and one another, and getting able to compete with one another as well.
Jenny, you and I were in the same area for quite a few days in Washington, D.C. recently for the All-Star Game. Major League Baseball has really made an effort with the Play Ball Initiative and One Baseball simply to pull everything together. Sports on the diamond, play ball, and you've been a big part of that. Have you enjoyed that? Have you enjoyed kind of the hand-in-hand efforts that baseball and softball are doing going forward?
I couldn't be more thrilled and more just, I think, grateful to Major League Baseball for them really, you know, stepping up to the plate for young women, whether it be baseball or girls softball, providing these camps at Vero Beach this summer, and just seeing the talent that is out there and providing opportunity for everybody to come out and play ball. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of it and to be able to, you know, help along these young girls in their development on and off the playing field. So it's exciting to see. I can't tell you how thrilled I was to be at the All-Star Game and see, you know, USA Softball logo and these softball players coming in and competing at the high level and getting the All-Star experience as well.
All right, Finch, go in there and yell at somebody or something like that.
I don't know about yell. We're doing well. Yell at Bustos across the field, right?
Got it. Fair enough. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Jenny Finch swings right through that one. We're getting to know the arm of Danielle Williams. She's a Mizzou commit out of Pleasanton, California. We cut Jenny short. We have so many new players coming in. We want to make sure you know who they are. Obviously, we're enjoying the quick conversations when those turnstiles get going, and Finch, Ritter, and Bustos all yell at each other across the way. We want to make sure we tell you who's in the game. Boy, wicked movement. My goodness, Amanda.
A quick work out there, a lot of nice off-speed deliveries from Williams. She's been fun to watch so far. Look at the dip down on that pitch.
Plays for the Sorcerers, her travel team. And her sister played at Northwestern as well. Williams headed to Mizzou. Little roller hugs the line, takes a spin into foul territory. That's Lexi Blair hitting. Blair struck out back in the second inning. Hanging around, back to the screen. That one goes. Jordan Rudd, speaking of Northwestern, got her chance to hop in there and go to work with a base hit. Center Grove High School in Greenwood, Indiana. Standing out at second base, one away. That one fouled off. We also, during the conversation, had Lou Gilbert with a chance to hit. Gilbert D. Marina Aces and a Baylor commit. Lindsay, but she likes to go by Lou. One hop. Meets her at the bag. A couple of steps in front of it. Turned that into quite an easy out over there at first right now. Frankie Hamoud out of Oakland, California, an Oregon State commit. They've snuck him in now and then, and Frankie with an easy play there. Look forward to seeing her hit. Bishop O'Dowd High School in Oakland. Mackenzie Herzog. If you remember her, we were having a conversation a moment ago. She hit a laser beam right back through the circle. Saw Frankie over there a moment ago at first.
That change of speeds comes hard. Herzog unloads on that first pitch and then just weaves out front in that changeup.
One ball and 2 strikes to count.
And don't let Herzog running through the box fool you. That's where she got that laser line driver last at bat.
Back to the screen it goes. Florida State University awaits the arrival of Mackenzie Herzog. David and Stacy, dad and mom. Or just secondary pitches and deception, just wickedness. Wow, fun to watch her work. 4-2 the score, middle of 4. We talked about the legendary coaches as part of the Summer of Next tonight. Pgf High School All-American Game. Legendary pitcher, NCAA champion Jenny Ritter. Multiple gold medal winner as well in the World Cup Pan Am Games. Are you having fun? Look, I asked your mate across the way the same question. How much fun is this?
I love this. This is some of the best athletes at their age, and they play at such a high level. And so for me, I love being out here watching. We have front row seats. I'm loving it.
So Jenny, pretend and work with me here that I'm a talented 14-year-old softball player, and I love the sport. What advice do you have for me now as I begin my journey with maybe a little more pressure, some competitive play? I'd like to know what your advice for me is.
You know, I'll tell you what, don't give up. There's always somebody out there working harder than you. And so for me, it's battle, do a little bit more than anybody else is doing, and do it the right way. It's not always about repetition. It's about doing the right thing the right way. Get out.
And Jenny, this game, you just said, is so much fun, and these athletes are competing at the highest level possible. They're heading off to college really shortly, but what do you hope that they take away from this game tonight?
You know, I think part of it is these are new kids. They don't know each other. They're kind of playing. They know they're good, but that's all they know. It's about staying in their moment, staying in their game, and understanding what they have to do to perform at this level and against great player after great player after great player. I mean, both sides of this lineup, both for East and West, we're seeing hitters that could be number 4s in the lineup, leadoff hitters as freshmen, and that's what's exciting is that you get to see great hitter after great hitter, and they continue to perform.
Anna Vines, just a moment ago, by the way, deserves her introduction. She has been so much fun to watch play the last few years at a Vista Marietta High School and a UCLA commit. Hope to see her make some more noise in this game. The fly out to left. She plays for the Firecrackers Rico team. We're chatting with Jenny Ritter down there. Do you find yourself enjoying just a simple question from these athletes, and are they comfortable in that area, meaning decisions on a Friday night, or how do you balance books and softball? Do you find yourself being able to pass along some of that simple stuff, not with us around, behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, I think most certainly when you get a chance to offer that information, do what you can. We've all had different experiences as college athletes, whether it was playing a decade ago or 2 decades ago or, just a few years ago, whatever it is, everybody has different experiences. And these girls, I think the best part about them is that they're sponges for knowledge. They want to know every bit of everything so that they're prepared to come to that next level and really make an impact on day one.
Jenny, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
This is fun. Jenny Ritter, the legend out of Michigan, the NCAA champion. So many records in Ann Arbor are hers because of the way she played this game with so much success. Rachel Sid is 0 for 2. Yikes, a rocket shot from Rachel. I think that's where I'd go if I was comfortable and an athlete. The question that, I don't know, maybe I don't ask my coach I'm with all the time. The question that's unique, balancing books. How do you say no sometimes when you have that Snapchat envy, when your friends are running around doing fun things when you're training? I think that may be where I go, and I'm sure they get those questions. They probably keep them between the athletes and them, and I respect that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also it's nice to be surrounded with a group of athletes that are in your same situation or are going to be going off to college and all have the same questions.
Down she goes with a change of pace. Jenny Ritter, Jenny Fitch enjoying our conversation. We're enjoying this opportunity, the Pgf High School All-American Game. Welcome to Irvine, California. You're watching the Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game as part of the Summer of Next, presented by Geico. With pretty pictures, our production crew is fabulous, and obviously the opportunity provided by Premier Girls Fastpitch and their leadership and partnership with ESPN. Honored to be here tonight as that one is a rolled foul. As Danielle continues to work in the circle. And it's Casey Simpson. You see Casey for the second time. As that one, this is up. Casey drawing a walk and scoring a run in the third inning. 116 high school games in Keller, Texas. 156 hits and a career on-base percentage in high school of .515.
It's not bad.
Base hit, left field, it's down. And why not add to the resume with a night like tonight?
When you get up and you get the opportunity, you take advantage, and these are the best pitchers in the nation at this age division, so you're not going to get a lot of great pitches to hit. But Simpson definitely getting a piece of that. Morgan Smith so far standing, taking a couple of pitches, waiting for one she can swing at.
Impact Gold, her travel team, Morgan Smith. Brazos with high school in Clute, Texas. Morgan is a Texas A&M commit. That's strike three as it darts over the outside corner. We've got a visit from a passionate supporter of this game, legendary national champion as a coach, and a player. Sue Enquist joins us up in the broadcast booth. We've been talking throughout these last few days, Sue, and thanks for stopping back by again. How great is this? I mean, we've talked to all the good coaches down there. Her impact, certainly listening to her thoughts. How about you? What do you think? This is something new in the last half decade with this celebration of softball.
Well, I love the idea of identifying the top talent and making them all be on one team together. When you recognize individuals in the sport, we're a team sport, it helps overall in terms of sponsorship, getting more people involved. The more we can recognize individual play and then create team competitions, it helps the sport overall.
Skylar Wallace, Alabama commit out of Etowah High School, just earning a Pgf 18U national championship not too long ago as she reaches. One softball, very excited about your passion and your vision. Share all of those around the world that are watching right now.
Well, I think for every mom, dad, daughter, coach out there, one of the things that's a challenge is where do we get trusted information? We went out for a couple years and we surveyed the softball community and asked them, what do you need? And it fell in 3 areas. They need leadership information, character development, they need technical development, they need a path to college. So we took a core team and grabbed all of our trusted influencers and asked them to whoa, it's a nice shot.
Sue sees that one sail deep to left.
Yeah, how about that deep fence, boy?
Deep
In
fence.
a lot of parks, that's a home run.
Sue, we got short. Visit One
No worries.
Softball. Thank you. We're blessed to have you
Thank
here.
you for having me.
We always
Appreciate
learn
it.
from the legend, Sue Enquist.
Appreciate it.
Summer of Next is presented by Geico on a gorgeous night in Irvine, California. Celebration of softball at the Pgf High School All-American Game. New arm going to work, Ashley Rogers in the circle. Meigs County High School in Decatur, Tennessee. She's a Tennessee volunteer as a commit and the Fury Premier, her travel team. This is Ashley Rogers. As that one is slapped foul. Jasmine Rollin, we have enjoyed her presence. There's no doubt about that. Really fun night for the talented athletes. Singled in a pair, singled and scored as well. We're in the presence, too, of a couple of national champs. And you want to talk about changing things quickly and changing uniforms, changing gear just to be an All-American. How about this? Taylor Green, the Arkansas commit, some important time as a pinch runner for Georgia Impact, the national champs, winning at that 18U age group over the OC Batbusters team in the game just prior to this. As that one heads back to the backstop. And Skylar Wallace as well. Whew, it's been a long day. That one is chopped foul.
Yeah, we started way back this morning with those little 10Us. I almost said 8U. That might be next. Little 10Us. That division just keeps growing and getting more talented. And that was a quick-moving, good game.
And this was earlier tonight, right here on the ESPN family of networks. 18U National Championship game. Big piece of hitting late in this game. A shot into left field. Eccles driving that one, unloading on it, and then that final out in that moment. Charla Eccles, the Michigan State commit. A key hit, and then fun times to follow. They scored 4 in the bottom of the 6th inning after going down by 2. Boy, what a game that was. What a moment.
And that's really what it's all about. Is it doesn't matter how you get there, but once you're out there at that championship field, you just leave it all on the field. And that was a tight ball game. A pitcher's duel, both going to the end. But the Impact scoring the runs when they needed to. Dogpiling at the end. It's been a fun day of softball.
Boy, good pitch right in on the knuckles. Glove goes out quickly. Thanks for showing up.
I've seen some good fielding pitchers out there in the circle like nothing. Inside out line drive. Snagged in the circle by Rogers.
That's a great piece of hitting by Jasmine Sievers, too. Samantha Reynolds, the Washington commit. Snohomish, Washington. Snohomish High School, the Washington Lady Hawks. She's a high school All-American and has this opportunity to show who she is. Sammy, as she likes to be called. Dad is Jeff, mom is Sue Ann. In a state championship, followed by a chance to run the bases now. Big aggressive turn, and she'll just stay put. Talking about Frankie Hamoud, here is her chance to hit Oregon State. She's headed to Corvallis, Bishop O'Dowd High School in Oakland. Right on that one, getting her chance to hit. Why waste it? Mom is Donna, dad is Sam. She has played now in 4 consecutive years in this PGF National Championship event. Oh, there is power in that swing. Loved what she found out about the coaching staff in Corvallis. That's why she selected that opportunity. Little roller, backing up at short. Quick run to the bag, having to beat that speed to the bag. 4-2. The West squad on top. We move along to the 6th. Pgf High School All-American. What ties that bind and memories that never leave. Has some dancing going on in that All-American dugout. Shaylin O'Leary, years ago as a young SoCal chopper, got a chance to meet Natasha Watley. Dreams and aspirations of getting to meet Jenny Finch, and she did. Now she's playing for them. They're her coaches tonight. That's how you take care of your business. Pitching earlier in this game, Shaylin, a Texas commit, SoCal chopper still, out of Valencia High School, and wrapped up an amazing career with 214 career dominating innings. That's great stuff. As that one sails high. I mean, fun stuff. Marissa Schold is an Arizona commit. Pinnacle High School in the Phoenix area. One of 5 Arizonans that are All-Americans. Back to the screen it goes. We talked about Taylor Green. The Arkansas commit. And the national champ with that Georgia Impact team. Changeup misses away.
You know what I love so much about those pictures is it just shows how accessible this softball community is. You know, the fact that the Jenny Finches and the Natasha Watleys make themselves available to these young athletes as role models. And you've got to think that those little meetings make a huge impact in the lives of so many of these softball players who can just see how close those dreams really can be. I think that's something that's so great about this sport.
2-2, Schold blows it right by her. And a strikeout here in the top of the 6th inning. Marissa taking advantage of this opportunity. She took advantage of Pinnacle, which is in North Phoenix in Arizona. 4.0 student, didn't miss a beat there. Arizona all-academic team. She talks about her inspiration. She goes to baseballers. She loves the 2 very best. You can't get much higher than Bryce Harper and Mike Trout. Loves watching them play, though she's a pitcher. Those are her two favorite athletes that inspired her to chase things on the diamond. She's going to play at Arizona, leaving Phoenix and heading to Tucson. As Jordan Rudd fouls this one off.
Well, Schold looks like an athlete out there in the circle. She's not real tall in stature. Sometimes you think you've got to be a tall, almost 6-foot-high pitcher, but the way that Schold uses her body, she's able to throw that ball with some speed.
Rudd really tough to strike out, has big power if you'll make a mistake. We were talking earlier to Jordan about arriving at this spot. She says, I think you kind of choose your own success if you have any skill at all. You can sit around and watch TV or videos, or you can go hit. And go hit off the tee. That time, defense with a great reaction there to take away the opportunity. Rollin a couple of steps, stuck with it. So you and I have seen some fun players come through this event. And I know last year we enjoyed the work of Anna Vine. She is headed to UCLA. Christy is mom, Anthony is dad, and this is a talented athletic player. Didn't have enough time to talk about her earlier.
Yeah, these players are sneaking in the game, but Anna Vine's heading off to UCLA. And you just remember these names throughout the year. They've had such an impact on this game and at this tournament, and we just keep talking about how much fun this game is in terms of celebrating these athletes' careers.
Got a swing, got a commitment. That's how you make an impact if you're Marissa Schold. We told you Arizona's in the house tonight. Marissa makes her statement loud and clear. What a wonderful night it has been. 4-2 is the score. The West squad on top at the Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game. And an opportunity for Alessa Bonstrom, the Utah commit, who had a triple earlier in this contest. Rolls that one to the right side. Just raced up that line. Bonstrom on that triple earlier in the contest, it bears pointing out, had the bat speed at 56 miles an hour. There have been some higher bat speeds, but it was the accurate bat speed, that blast metrics, and all the hitters wearing the blast device at the bottom of their bat. And we see a couple of other names come up. We'll point along some of those metrics to you. One hopper back to the circle. Quick work of Taylor Gindelsberger, the Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona product, and the Stanford commit. She is headed to play for Jessica Allister at Stanford. Made a quick out at that moment, but certainly an All-American in every right, including Taylor, in the classroom. Ashley Rogers still out there working. Hi, Anna Vines. There you are. We were just talking about you. I don't know if you heard us when you were out there in right field.
I think she did. It always happens like that. You identify a player and they come up to bat.
We just felt like we didn't have a chance to talk about her enough. Lines, she does that so well. That's what I remember. Now that's what I remember. Or the Pac-12, the other teams are not going to enjoy her.
Yeah, if you can do the dirt like that and just run it down the line, there isn't a whole lot the teams can do to defend you.
Alyssa Shipman. Back to the screen it goes. One last thought on that Bonstrom triple at 56 miles an hour. That's high travel ball numbers there. And we did have some big numbers earlier. We were talking about Cassidy Krupit, who reached the highest bat speed of the night at 72.6 miles an hour. Cassidy, number 6 on that East squad, 72.6 according to Blast Softball in those metrics. That's the high end of the professional range. So some of these numbers have been amazing once they all come together. Boy, they're great in development and skill and scouting and tracking the growth of these athletes. What a great tool it is. Alyssa Shipman with a base hit. Tennessee commit. There's so much teaching that can go on. And these athletes willing and working and using it during this event. That's such a great plus for them and all involved.
You're just everything that it can tell you. I mean, people have different opinions on all the technology and the information that we have, but if you've got a device that can give you numbers on what your swing looks like and maybe where you could be a little bit better. If you're slumping, take a couple swings and let's check out that bat angle and bat speed and get some of that good feedback.
A little roller up the third base line and it's foul. Taylor Green's at bat. 74% on plane. The percentage of time she kept the bat level through the zone, the bat speed at 70 miles an hour. That's mid-range pro. She did a nice job catching that one from behind home plate. A big strikeout of Rachel Sid as she chases out of the zone. 3 big outs to get in this All-American game. The Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game as part of Summer of Next is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. What may be the final half inning of this great celebration of softball. Amanda Freed, Olympic gold medalist and All-American. My name is Darren Sutton. The Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game. Haley Lee, Texas A&M commit, Impact Gold, her travel team. And enjoying the work in the circle of Marissa Scholl, North Phoenix Pinnacle High School in Arizona. "16 hits between these two teams spread around. Some great arms on display, some fine defensive plays. That one darts over the outside corner. And a bunch of memories. And some pretty cool gear, too. Let's be honest. Rolled out to third. How about that play? Quick reaction, fine backhand. That's exactly what you love seeing in a game of this caliber. And a little celebration when it's over.
It really is that next level softball. That backhand stays close to the ground, snags a well-hit ball that could have found the line.
Rachel Sid makes that fine play, and that was fun to see. Sid can play anywhere on the infield, wherever you need her. The Oregon commit out of Tracy, California. Tip of the cap, or in this case, tip of the visor, Rachel. Nice play. Skylar Shellmeyer, the Beverly Bandits product. That great program that sent 12 teams here throughout these 2 weeks at all the age groups. 12, all of them in one hotel. Fun aspirational model, 2-1 to count. You've got an All-American with you as well. Chad, his dad, Aaron, his mom, and the brothers, Blake. That one sails high to Shellmeyer.
Here we go, Rebound! Here we go, win it!
Got it a chase up and out of there. More great work for Scholl.
I just love Schultz's aggressive nature off the rubber. Look at the way she uses her legs and resists in this pitch up in the zone, but right by Shellmeyer. Takes a big hack.
Oh, there's lightning in that arm, isn't there? She has, it's almost as if it has a second gear as it gets to the plate. One and one to count. Cassidy Crupitt swings right through that one. It was Cassidy's blazing bat. Highest bat speed in this game at 72.6 miles an hour at the high end of professional range, according to Blast Softball. There's that bat speed, but can't catch up. Instead, Rowland puts it away. The catch is made. The bragging rights, the victory goes to the West squad. In this great night, this great celebration of softball, the Premier Girls Fastpitch High School All-American Game. A lot of great memories, and in the end, Amanda, it was the West that can brag about it when they see each other in college.
I just love that all these phenomenal athletes were together on one field, and it's much like what they're going to have to face when they go off to college. A new atmosphere, new teammates, highest level of softball possible. I just hope these ladies had an awesome time, and again, remember how fun this game is and as they move on to the next level.
Well, they've got an Olympian up here in the broadcast booth. They have Olympians in the dugouts. Thanks to Jenny Ritter, Crystal Bustos, Susie Brasney, Jenny Finch, Natasha Watley, and Tony Mascarenas, part of that great coaching staff and helping us get to know these athletes so much better. Thanks to the athletes, their families, our great partners as well of this event, and Premier Girls Fastpitch. So, she's Amanda Freed. I'm Darren Sutton saying so long from Irvine with a final score 4-2. The West squad wins it. The PGF High School All-American Game. You can stream the entire replay of this game as well as other games from the ESPN family of networks. Just download the new ESPN app or visit us on ESPN.com. This has been a presentation of ESPN. On behalf of our entire production crew, my name is Darren, she is Amanda. We'll see you next time.